Hey there, fellow wet shavers. Brian here at the Wet Shave Experience. Thank you for tuning in today for another video. In today's video, we will be using Ariana and Evan's shaving butter. This one is the wood and lavender formula, or scent, I should say. We will be using the rice water serum that matches. I have the Gamechanger 0.68 blade gap with a 4th use NASA blade in it. Just trying to get a little more comfortable with that razor. This is the Simpson Trafalgar T3. We are lathered up in the bowl, so I'm gonna wet the face and get started. Hope everybody had a good week. Today is Friday. Missed my video yesterday, long story. I'll have to tell it when I have a little bit more time. But anyways, I am glad to be ending the week. TGIF, we are doing another COVID clinic for our office employees. So I will be giving some shots and some arms today. And we will end the week on that note. Hope everybody is getting out there and getting an opportunity to get vaccinated now that most states have opened it up to everybody. As a healthcare professional, I am a proponent of vaccinations, so I will advocate for them. I know I would like to get back to a more normal life, and scientifically, I feel that's the best way that we can get there. All right, so I'm enjoying the Gamechanger 0.68 so far. It's right up my alley in terms of blade feel and smoothness and mildness. So for those of you that have watched the channel for a while and know me a little bit better, I like a more mild razor. I do not like a lot of blade feel, just a personal preference. I do not have a particularly thick beard growth, nor do I have particularly dense, coarse hair. So I can get away with a more mild razor and still get a pretty good shave out of it. I will say that this isn't super BBS, but I do get definitely plenty smooth enough shave. I do get a DFS out of this, a damn fine shave. I would put it on par in terms of efficiency with the Mercure 34C, somewhere around there, similar comfort. This razor is not all that much more than a Mercure 34C, and you get a full stainless steel, very well made razor. So I think this is $55 on the Italian Barber when you can get it. Right now I think they're out, but when they have a ton of different handles. This is the HD handle. So enjoying that so far. All right. So the scent on this one is, so I have all 3 shea butters now. I don't have the unscented, so there is an unscented. This is by far my favorite scent. If you're just talking about scents on this. It's really, really nice. It is wood and lavender. It's not lavender wood. So I think that's an important distinction, because I feel like my video is dark. I hope it's not too dark. I don't know how to fix that. I can mess around with the screen and poke on it. I don't know. Anyways, it is wood and then lavender. So scent notes on this are bergamot, lavender, and then you've got Australian sandalwood, Himalayan cedar, and then Mysore sandalwood. These are all essential oils that Peter's using. So this is a vegan base, non-tallow. So that sets it apart from his regular Kaizen K1, K2 lines. And I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Now I am part of I did join the A&E club, the shaving shop club recently. And I know there are things that are available to club members that aren't available to the general public. And when I sign in, I can see everything. So I don't know what's available to the public and what's not at this point. I think this one might be. And I don't think the rice water serum is yet, as far as I know. So anyways, those of you that are interested, I know I talked about this the other day because I used the cashmere velvet And it's easy to talk about A&E like everybody knows what the club is. So if you don't know what the club is, you can check it out on A&E's site. I'll link it in the description. It's you join for 6 months for a small fee, and then you get a discount on whatever you buy. My opinion on that is if you're gonna buy enough stuff, it's definitely worth it. If you're only gonna buy a set every once in a while or occasionally, or you're not gonna buy very much stuff, it may not be worth it. The other thing that you do get with the club is you get obviously access to things that the general public doesn't have access to yet. So the value of that is dependent upon, I think, how much you order and how much you want to have early access to things, or have access to things that may not be released to the public. I don't know if there's things that never get released to the public, or they just come out in the club first and then ultimately make it to the public, the general public. So I'm not sure on that one, but that's kind of my opinion of the club. So I think the fee is pretty small, really, in the scheme of things, and the discount far outweighs, if you buy enough stuff, the fee to join the club. And I do like having access to stuff early, especially if you have a YouTube channel. It's always nice to be able to get things out there. All right, so anyways, back to the scent. I get from my nose, and I'm not sure like the different sandalwoods. I've smelled a lot of sandalwoods. To me, I get more cedar out of this than sandalwood. It just really, it reminds me, and I took the tub out and smelled it. It reminds me a lot, if you've tried or you were lucky enough to get Noble Otter's Firefighter. It smells to me a lot like Noble Otter Firefighter. So this is just a mister. I get it off Amazon. I do link it. All the links that I put in my description, by the way, are just links to product information for you to have. I don't have any affiliate links or anything or any paid content at this point, so I buy my own stuff, except on occasion I'm gifted stuff from other wet shavers or YouTube content creators, or very, very rarely, but occasionally by an artisan like John at 345 gave me a set when I bought my other set to give away on the channel for the subscriber giveaway. So anyways, by and large, a vast majority of stuff I use on here is purchased by myself. And anyways, the scent on this to me reminds me a lot of Noble Otter's Firefighter, which is a cedar forward scent. So I'm not sure what the difference between all the sandalwoods. I've never smelled like different sandalwoods stacked up to each other, but I definitely get way more wood than lavender. In fact, I don't really get much lavender at all. It's really buried in the wood. It's a really nice scent. I like this. I really liked Firefighter, and I like the cedar. So to me, in my nose, not knowing what the difference between Australian and Mysore sandalwood and every other sandalwood is, I get the cedar the most. I took the tub of Firefighter out and smelled them side by side, and it's not the same, but very similar. In fact, before I got I got this shea butter actually from Jack at the virtual Groom room in a whole deal. He reached out to me and had a bunch of soaps. He only lives 2 hours from me. Bunch of soaps he was cleaning out of his den, and so he gave me a pretty good deal on a box, and this was included in there. So before they came out with the rice water serum that matches this scent, I was actually going to pair it with the Noble Otter Firefighter Splash. All right, so here we go against the grain. I would put the scent strength at a low medium on this, probably a 4-ish. And I think Peter's intent with this line is to be a little bit more skincare conscious, less likely for frag burn. It's an excellent, excellent soap. Very impressed with the lather. It is super slick, plenty dense, very, very nice. I've heard some other folks say this is better than Kaizen or as good as Kaizen, and I'm rather newer to A&E in terms of buying some products, so I haven't tried a lot of their stuff, so I don't know that I'm ready to say, yeah, it's as good as or better than Kaizen or whatever, because I just don't have enough experience with the soaps, with A&E soaps and bases. But I would certainly stack this up against any of the soaps in my den in terms of allowing me to perform my shave, right? The soap or the butter doesn't have performance. I perform the shave, as Ken Shave326 always pointed out. They aid me in my performance wonderfully. I did order the Gamechanger 0.84 the other day, so it'll be interesting to compare that. I mentioned that to John from John Shaves. He said this one is smooth and the 0.84 is a little more crisp. So we'll see if I like the blade feel on that. Oh, I got a low battery alert. So hopefully I didn't mess up the video. All right. So I think it's a great scent. And let's go in for pass number 3 here. I'd love to see something, Peter, if you happen to watch this, a little bit more lavender forward, maybe like a lavender or something, because I love lavender, and the shea butter, and lavender essential oil seem to me like they'd be a good marriage. Also, maybe something with like a eucalyptus mint, clary sage, some other vibe like that, or something with cucumber, not a sweet cucumber, like a cucumber melon, but a more cucumber forward scent. Just a couple ideas thrown out there. All right. The rice water serum, I did print out what it is because Seth pointed out, and this is what led me to kind of get into the conversation about the club, and some people may not know what the club is. I just, sometimes you make these assumptions because it's so common that you see stuff from it out there, that everybody's aware of it, or there's a lot of people that are members of it. So anyways, I guess the rice water serum information is not available to the public in terms of what it is. And I know, Seth, you are very into skincare. You've given me a lot of information and tips in your comments on skincare stuff, which is much appreciated. I do read the comments. I try to respond to everybody in some fashion, so I always appreciate the dialogue. Now this Gamechanger really, for $55, all stainless steel, I think you can't beat the value that you get out of this razor for the price. It's maybe not as finely finished as you're gonna get for a Carve or a Carbon or one of those, $200-300 razors, or $150, whatever. But for the price, the value is really, really good. Plenty of residual slickness on this soap, or the butter. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll talk a little bit more about the rice water serum if you're interested. A little bit. This side of my neck always is the toughest. There's like a line right here that just doesn't want to be shaved. But I don't have that problem on this side, so just hair growth grows differently over there. All right, I'm gonna rinse the face. I think I'm gonna luxuriate in some of this lather on my face here while I clean up, and then we'll get into the post. There's still plenty of lather left. So a lot of good skin ingredients in this shea butter. So why not leave it on my face for a few as I clean up, and then I'll be back in a moment. All right, we are back. I'm cleaned up. So we got the brush all clean, the bowl cleaned out. the razor all taken apart, dried off. I take my razor apart and just dry everything off in between. I don't know if you do that or not. May or may not be necessary, but just something I do. I think I was doing it with my carve just because of the way the patinas, I would do that. So anyways, we are going to use the rice water serum. So just this I printed this off the website. There's a lot of information here, front and back. I will just try to get through it real quick. But Peter discovered this rice water serum or rice water concept when he was traveling in Asia in early 2020, probably got back right before the corona. Says the reason rice water is so good for your skin is it is rich in a lot of nutrients. For starters, around 16% of its composition consists of proteins, which are building blocks of skin cells. It is also enriched with triglycerides, lipids, starch, which are all responsible for enhancing skin health in various ways. Carbohydrates, inositol, phytic acid, and inorganic substances make up the rest of the composition, making rice water an ideal ingredient for achieving glowing skin. The skin brightening enzymes present in rice water make it a key ingredient in Japanese and Korean everyday skincare regimen. It is known to fade dark spots, blemishes, and brighten up the complexion for a clear and smooth texture. Rich in antioxidants, rice water is shown to inhibit the action of elastase, a compound that causes damage to elastin in your skin and leads to premature aging, which when you're getting as old as I am, I need anyways. This can be helpful to prepare your skin to fight eternal aggressors and prevent issues like atopic dermatitis and protect against pollution damage. Rice water can have a pore tightening and toning effect when used on oily skin. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell, right? So I have only used it once. Honestly, using it once, you're probably not going to notice a whole big difference. It did feel good on my skin. I don't think you need a lot. These are 2-ounce pumps. So there's not a lot in here. Just for a consistency, you can kind of see there. It's maybe kind of lotion or maybe similar to the post-shave serum consistency. But as you can see, I don't have a lot. Feels good going on. It rubs in really well. It absorbs pretty quickly, so it doesn't leave like a sticky, tacky film on you. So it's all very nice. And there you have it. And by the way, if you made it this far, so this is the reward. I said I was going to give away a few more things. So I have this puck of First Line Shave Blue. Now I'll be honest with you, I have used it once. I have scooped out of it. Now, at one point, Michael Riley, the artisan behind First Line Shave, this is all in the 3.0 base. So this is 3.0 base, but he was messing with like the clay content and some other things in the soap. And he came out with a batch that was a little bit harder. And in fact, this puck comes right out. It was too hard for me to really get, because I bowl lather, it was a little too hard for me to get out and spread around my bowl. But if you are a face latherer and you load off the puck, or you want to bloom it, you may get perfectly good use out of it. When I did lather it, it took a lot more effort from me, but I did get a lather. It is 3.0. It does work. It does work well. So I'm going to give this away. I actually got another tub. He did later on come out with another batch, which was the softer version of the 3.0, which I like better. So I actually have 2 tubs of this. So I'm going to give this one away. It's a great scent. It's Calvin Klein Eternity. So just comment below. I learned my lesson last time. I needed to use a hashtag. Just using I'm in didn't work. I had to manually put everybody's name in because I'm in. Some people put I'm in period. Some people put I'm in exclamation point. Some people put I'm in quotation marks. And the random picker doesn't pick all those up. So what I'm going to do is just do hashtag yes. So hashtag #, whatever you want to call it, YES. Capital, lowercase, whatever you want to do. And then you will be entered. I will run this through for a couple of days and I will announce a winner on a video early next week. So First Line Shaves 3.0. I did pick up the weight, which released yesterday. So I'm looking forward to getting that. I picked that up from the Razor Company. So thanks for watching the video today. Hope everybody has a good weekend. I'll probably see you soon on the channel. Probably won't be till Monday though. Have a good one.